Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door. Payback is a door. It's a door.
difficult shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of nigga.
Shalom, Lord quiet. For the one in chat, you can hear me. If not, put a 2. Or just let me know that you can't hear me. I like you. Right. Now that we're here, we in action. All right. So, Yahweh Shabbat to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatan by Shimei Awashai to the sisters. We had an ICP case out of one West unto the Fifth Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We're not affiliated with any religion, any other Hebrew Israelite group, or nothing. We are the truth, and we're going to be steadfast. So tonight is Friday night Bashman Kadash class being taught by preaching also 50 Kabashwan. Now, if you were in last week's class, then you should know we are starting to look into small phrases. Well, looking at the small phrases, let me see if you all better read that. On my monitor, it looks pretty good, so we're gonna see how they go. Until set up, while we went over a few phrases. Some of the familiar phrases that you should be familiar with is what's on the board, like Maya, I'm Ka, who are your people, right? Or you can say Baba Ya, Sapar, Hazah, Anatnoa, Lawama, so like Lawamajim, Ha'amah, which will translate in this school we teach the truth. Let me make sure I finish that out. We teach the truth, right? So we're gonna go with more phrases, right? And this will be taught directly from the note that I took from watching classes to men wiser than me. Right? By actual scholars, not self-proclaimed scholars, but actual scholars in this Hebrew. You understand? Now, we got one right here that says, I believe we did that, but we're gonna do it again anyway, just so we can just take over what we left off at. And this one right here, this phrase right here that we're gonna go reading, it says Bakal, Dar Wath Yanawa, Anat Nawa, or Anat Nawa, Naibad Yahweh. Right? So I'm gonna write that up there. And so, right? So that's right here. There we go. So we got Bakal, Dar Wath Yanawa, or you say Dar Wath Yanawa. And I also depending on your accent, because we all grew up in different areas. Right? And we got a not move, which means we. That big word right there means we. We went over that last class. It said we took V out. That's why I said something about it. I'm just thinking about that. And then we got the Most High God's real name itself, our Father, right? Now we got Bakal, Dar, Wapinawa, Anatnoa, Naiba, Yahweh, right? Bakal, Dar, Wapinawa, Bakal, Dar, Wapinawa, Anatnoa, Naiba, Yahweh. And that translates to in all our generations. So right here we're gonna say in all, and we're gonna say generations, or we say our generation, because now it makes it our, right? So our generation, so now we know what Ibad mean. Ibad specifically translates to serve, work, right? But in this instance, it will be serve. When you add not Ibad, you will say, in all our generations, so this is the action saying that we're going to. So let's say will, going to put will right there. The Most High. This is the Most High's name. So right here we're gonna write the Most High. And drop line down. And right here. The Most High. And we'll make sure I and this camera kind of angle it down a little bit to where you all will be able to see that. Most High in Christ. So when you say Bakal, don't walk in now, and not Noah, well, it really Noah. Or you say now, everybody got their own way. So if I wanted to say like what I would proclaim as the correct way, it would be Bakal, the walk, Dar walking now, and not Noah, Naiba Yahweh, right? Bakal, Dar walking Noah, and not Noah, Naiba Yahweh. In all our generations, we will serve the Most High. That is what we got up there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this up here. They're gonna be backwards. Because you'll think you will start from the top and work your way to the bottom. But since it's already there, I want to go ahead and erase last week's class, the rest of last week's class off the board. And what I want to do is put the rest of what I got down in my notes. And then from there, I will be pulling up a few scriptures that way that were transliterated from the Hebrew. That way we gain more phrases in the process, right? So first we're gonna go through what I have in my notes. Now next we have Da, Dar Young, Anatno. So let me put up here. Yeah, well, dang, I want to write the Hebrew for it right there. So up under it, I'm gonna write it in Hebrew just because. Okay, so no, I'm writing Hebrew first. That'll make more sense. Well, this is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one right there. I'm just doing what I'm doing right now. And then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna have pop quiz class. And then I'm gonna write it out in the Hebrew. So we got Dar, Daryum, then we got Dar, Daryum. I'm not more. Then we got Nine by the house. Nine I by. Then we got the most high two name right here. Most high God. Right. Now that will translate to generation after generation we will serve the most high. Right? So this right here would be generation after generation. In a more modern term, right? After generation. We're getting closer to the kingdom of heaven, so it's gonna come a time where, you know what I'm saying, this right here, then just was just I'll talk for a lot of our counterparts of our past lives leading up to now. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be something that's permanent because we came from years and years serving the Most High, but then we broke away, trying to fit in with everybody else and take up their customs, and then we end up, little old America, getting treated the way we're getting treated nowadays. But this phrase right here said generation after generation. I don't think y'all know how long a generation is. So we're gonna look up a rough estimate of how of what a generation is, right? How much time is a generation? $20 to $30 years. So we're gonna be doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? When the kingdom of heaven here, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people spent 20 to 30 years not serving the Most High. You're gonna be dar young and not knowing not about your house. You're gonna be with us and generate that generation serving the Most High. All you gotta do is stay here, right? You will serve the Most High. Now, there's a lot of talking about strictly. I ain't gonna be pulling the precepts, but I surely got precepts for these two phrases right here. Let me see. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna just write it down. I'm so happy. I was supposed to say that to like everyone says like it to all you will know it's still and forgive me or sorry or I apologize. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna write a precept right next to him, and I'm gonna just back the camera out so where you can see the two phrases, and you're gonna see the precept. Mm, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Somebody, man, right? Oh, down there. You know, this is like specific precept that I want to write on this board for a long time. These phrases that you learn. That's a really good thing I'm looking for. Really well. So you would actually get mercy from the Most High if you you know what I'm saying, you look to these two sayings, right? So the precept we're gonna be found in Deuteronomy, right? So man, I mean, it's, and you know, standard, right? Because there's a precept for that, but I wrote standard under there because that should be the standard you hold yourself by. You told yourself by Dar Dar Yom and not when I ibad Yahweh, or Bakal Dar Yah Yanawa, and not Nawa, and Naibad Yahweh, right? You will want to be able to, the people who say these phrases are the same people that is spoke about in Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 9. You know what I'm saying? We all wrote, not wrote, but we all read, rather. We all read Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. It's a lot of game in there. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gives us a game. The Lord gives us the blueprint, the specs, everything that we need to be who we are supposed to be and who we are always meant to be. And what we are meant to be. Some people who will be able to say these two phrases and live up to them, not to be able to say them in Hebrew. It's more than just being able to say them in Hebrew. It's all about living it. You know what I'm saying? As an Israelite. You get what I'm saying? Now, for the next one, you know, that phrase, you should also add this to your arsenal, into your perfect word. This is what she's saying right here. Even then, no, they're only bored for a good song. Just has focused on most of the cars. Now it's time for the next phrase. This phrase right here, so hard. I'm like, man, you better be able to say this. It's true. There's a lot of people that not in this school that ain't gonna be able to say this. Why? Because they try to copy us, but they don't actually know what they're talking about. They try to change it around. And then you got the other son that wants to follow behind their oppressors and then all of them to speak Yiddish. But if you actually pay attention and you study, and you really like really just pay attention to how much they lie, the entire KJV, there was literally nothing in there that was translated from Yiddish. That wasn't that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. None of it was. So how could they be the people of the Bible if the Bible wasn't translated from the Yiddish that they were speaking? You know what I'm saying? One side of the Bible was translated from the Hebrew. The other part of the Bible was translated from the Greek. Because we were in Greek captivity. But never in there was anything in the Bible, especially concerning the people of the actual people of the Bible, was translated from Yiddish. So to go back and learn it, it's like you just it's like you're learning a bunch of nothing. I would hate to be learning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now you're learning, but it's all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to learn Yiddish, and then Christ comes there speaking the same Hebrew we speaking the truth, and this ISUPK under Command Johanna, and you speaking Yiddish like you know what I'm talking about? Like we're saying it in Yiddish, and he just looking at the child all crazy like, what are you saying? You don't want to be there. You don't want to do that. That right there, like secondhand embarrassment already preempted. It's crazy. But anyway, our next phrase is ha you baba ya. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad. I'm glad I be like really like making notes on top of the note that I had because that was crazy right there. I was just saying that just now and you're like, yeah. But I did get my question answered, so that's more time first. All right. Okay. So far we got Ha'akim, Balaya, Sapar, Hazak. Next we have well I don't know comments are good. All right. Then we got Anashim. Nash. Yum. Hamalakma. Malak. Hamalakma. All right. Now, why did he do this time? Just to make sure we all got a clear understanding. So I'm gonna put me right here. equals dash. It's gonna start all the way from here. So we got high, octave, octave, right? Uh, uh, Baba Ya, and these are connectors. These are not anything similar to commits or anything like that. Cause that like everybody trust me, like stand strong on that whole we're not speaking Yiddish thing. So we're not speaking Yiddish and we don't teach it. So that's few it is a sub for like people that just not coming in and people that are in the fresh in the school with still taking counts as just not coming in. These are used so you can know this right here means by itself. This right here means just connect. That's all it is. No school get into it, no nothing. Right? So far. And then we got Krazak. We're gonna put it highlight here to extend it. So we got Za, then a Nashim. We're gonna put an our Na, right? And Nashim. So you would put Sha, which looks like a W, or rather the W looks like the Sha. Yeah, that's way better. That makes way more sense. Right? Okay, so Nash, Yo. Then we got Kamala. And so since it's a long word, I'm gonna drop down right here. My lock. My lock. Yeah. All right. Now that we got that written up there, live right here so cold, right? All right, so it's really saying the brothers in the school are men in war, right? See, out there, in the wood translation, I don't know that. See, it said the brothers in the school are men of war. So the brothers, right? All right, main. The brothers in the school are men of war. Hey, and I can read it off of and do it like this. I'm gonna write it right here. Brothers in the school, and dang, I can see it perfect. There we go. So we got Akim, Baba Yasa, Far Hazah, Nashim, Hamalakma, which means the brothers in this school are men of war. All right. So I'm gonna leave that on the board for a while. Make sure y'all get that in y'all notes, cause I know y'all think what I'm thinking. Like this ain't hard right there. Like, like what? Come on. You know what I'm saying? We are men of war in this school. And never a time where we're not warned. Even like throughout our daily lives, like you warn. You fight demons constantly, like they in your head talk to you in your voice, but you differentiate what's you and what's not you, and you actually fight. That's warned. You know what I'm saying? That's warned. You're warned against your flesh. You're warned against wicked spirits every day when people have a demon on them. They try to, you know what I'm saying, like compromise your position in the truth or compromise you in any form of manner or try to bring harm to you. And you have to defend yourself. You're warned every day. We warn every day when we got ICE targeting our people. We're warned every day when we have, like people that just, how can I put this? People that follow your oppressor, right? But they follow their oppressor so much they oppress you, right? So like your Uncle Tom, your Uncle Rux's, like we got like life is a constant war. You got a war with your flesh to be able to get up in the morning to go to your slavery. Yeah, we know it's slavery. We know you just don't want to do that, and you just give your life away for a few dollars an hour when you know you work more. That's why I call it slavery. That's why I call it slavery, right? So you warn every day to give to the slavery. Then you warn why you at the slave because like you always like, dang man, I'm good enough. They kingdom, I'm good enough. But what am I gonna do? You warn against it. So life is a war. But a lot of people they tend to lose their war. But in this school, we don't lose nothing. We're gonna war we're gonna war our hearts out. We're gonna war to our heart's content. It ain't never gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Because we do it for each other and we do it for you as well, even if you're not in this school. Every day we're warned with something. You know what I'm saying? That's why this right here is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's, it's a scripture. It's a scripture saying that the Lord is a man of war. Let me pull that real quick. It's gonna be found in Exodus 15:3. This is who we aim to be like. We aim to be like the Most High in Christ, right? This is what we want to be like. Five steps, and make sure you get the differentiation, signify that this is the Most High. So, So I'm just writing chapter. Just say, Lord, the man of war. Moves on to semicolons. Was there the Lord, and I'll count once again in his name. This is what you want to be like. You want to be like Exodus 15:3. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the men in this school. You will want to be able to not only say the Lord is the man or is the man of war, you also want to be able to say Ha'akim, Baba Yafsa, Hazah, Nashim, Hamalakma. That's exactly what you want to say. You want to be able to say that the brothers in this school is men of war. That was like, and when you say that, you should be able to include yourself. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say use this. I wouldn't say use this phrase. Well, you can use it. I mean, like if you push to school, right? But don't take this something positive, some spiritual, some real, and turn it into some tainted, some horrible. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not why we're here. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get over to the next phrase. Our next phrase is Bunyanawar Tazadaka. Bunyanawar Tazadaka. First name, also let's strip it. Let me leave that you would just little longer that. And I have might be outside be a little more time. You get screenshots and anything like that. It should be good, especially something online. You just screenshot it. Or you watching on TV, you can take the phone. If you got high resolution phone, you should be able to take a picture without it looking all static. All grainy, I mean. You just write them down on paper. You'll memorize everything better when you write it down on paper. So, you can put in your phone notes, that's good too. But as far as you testing yourself, you don't want to do that on paper. I always test yourself on paper. If you want to learn something to be great at it, test yourself on paper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you're on the wall, which has a dot. Banyana wa has a dot. All right. Really, no, that would make sense. Yeah, that's a real word as a document, but to make sure you actually make the saying stick and it actually makes sense, you want to add a ya. So let me add a ya. Which has a dot. That makes way more sense. Banyana wa that has a dot. Right? And that right there just over me where further finish write this in Hebrew. Right? So we got bun, yeah, and wa, right? Tyler doctor. Where you're tired about it. So like dang, that's not a real lot on me, right? That ain't good. Yeah. Look at that. You're tired doctor. What? Yeah, thousand dot. Everybody's not. You got to do what I mean. There we go. That makes sense. Come on. See, this is why it's good to use connectors. Even when you take notes, even if you know good life on the dot, sometimes you'll want to put those connectors. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still another language that you're learning. It's your language, but it's still like a new language. That's what you've been taught your whole life in this captivity. So you'll want to do that at times, right? But this means our kids, or you say our children rather. That's a more formal way of saying that. But our children will be righteous. Our children will be righteous. Right? Like, all right. Check on that. That should have been more than enough time to get your notes because this right here, this specific phrase has two words. Right? Now, our next phrase will be Alawatnawa Matazabia Ayashta Bar. I don't know why I thought they would get off that. That phrase. All right. So, Watninaho, which means our general. On the what means the general, that's the root word of this. Right? Yeah. The wide end to make an hour. So this right here. Root word in general. Right? And you can even say commandment. So directly back here. General, commanding general. Right? And then Everybody here means hour, but let's just drop it down and say it is, right? Hour commanding general. All right. Then we got Matazabia, but it will be straight out of this. Matazabia. All right. No, Hayash Gabar. House Manager General. Is a mighty the Manager General is a mighty man. Our commanding general is a mighty man. I ain't my handwriting this one, y'all. It's crazy. And so right there, we actually start off with it, but I will run it. There's a last one for dash. And that will be I low Y. No Y. A lot more. Matazabia. So that is Ma. Tazab. And with the Ma. Tazab. Yeah. Right. Yes. Football. And leave it right there. Let y'all get y'all notes. All right. So if everything y'all know should look correct, it should look like you should be able to say Alawatno Matadabia Ayas the bar. And that means our manager general, or you say our general, But in this instance, our commander general is a mighty man. Nothing less. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna erase this. Take that down. No plan. None of we got that. I'm there ready. Ooh. So Rocky, I'm ready for class on that. We're gonna have to do a part two, but part two will officially be taught for 2 hours, 15 minutes, allows us to estimate time. Because I'm gonna go back to that and then I'll add on to it. So with that, we are actually kept on 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York, under Command Johanna. This pitch out of 50 box one, teaching Fighting Night Last One for Dash, and that will be my time. And pay your Passover fee, you getting paid already.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.